So now that you know the absolute fundamentals of Node.js, let's take the rest of the section to talk a little bit about NPM, so the Node Package Manager. So the Node Package Manager is a command line interface app that automatically comes included with Node.js and which we use to install and manage open source packages. Now, these packages that I just mentioned, they usually come from the package repository that is also NPM. So at npm.js, you can take a look at all the modules or packages that are included in the NPM repository. So NPM is actually both the command line interface app that we use to manage the packages and also the repository itself. Okay? And actually it's the largest software registry in the world, no matter what language we're talking about. And by the time of this recording, it has about 800,000 packages. So sometime in the near future, it will probably have over 1 million packages here on NPM. So let's, for example, search for Express, which is the Node framework that we're going to use throughout most of the rest of the course. And so, for example, you can then click on it, and here you have all the information about each of the modules. So you can see that, for example, this one is downloaded almost 8 million times in the last week. And so you see that it's a hugely popular package, right? Then here, usually you have some documentation, but for now, that doesn't really matter. So for now, we're just interested in what NPM actually is. And probably you have used NPM yourself before when working on front-end development, because these days NPM is actually not just used for Node development, but really across the entire JavaScript stack. So for example, if you search for React, it's also going to be here. So really all these popular libraries and frameworks, they are all really on the NPM registry, okay? So basically npm.js.com is where all these packages are hosted. Now about the command line interface itself, it actually comes already pre-installed with Node.js. And so let's now actually start using it and go back to our project. So here we have still our terminal open, but I'm going to quit now this process here. So I hit Control-C and then clear the terminal. So again, NPM is a software that we basically use to manage the third-party open source packages that we choose to include and use in our project. And the first thing that we usually do whenever we start a new project is to start with npm init. So we use npm as the command and then init. And this will basically create a package.json file, which is kind of a configuration file of our project where all kinds of data about the project is stored. Okay, and we're going to see more about that once that is finished. So npm init is now asking us a bunch of questions, as you see down here. And maybe if you're not seeing it, I will increase this a bit. So first thing that we need to specify is the package name. And this one is called node farm. So we need to use a URL-friendly name here. So that's why I have the hyphen. And what you see here is the suggested name, but I don't want the 1 in there. So I just retyped node farm here. Then we have the version. So we can just hit return here on this one. Then the description, learning Node.js. The entry point is index.js, but again, this doesn't really matter. We don't have any test command, so just hit return again. No git, keywords, doesn't really matter again. The author is me. You can put your own name, of course, and the license. And so one last OK to confirm that this is the file that we want. And so actually it created it right away here on this left side. Bring it down again here. And so indeed, this is our package.json file with this very basic information about the project for now. But there is a lot of stuff that can be added to this file, and we will do so later in another project, and also right in the next video, which is where we're going to start installing packages. And these packages are then also registered here in this file so that we can keep track of all the packages that we're actually using. Okay, so in the next video, we're then going to finally install some real packages here.